My name is Jerry Gann, actuarial science major. Be doing insurance casualty and risk factors for a living.
My name is Rachel Sweet, and I am a pre-art major right now, and I want to do graphic design and be a graphic design artist and work with a marketing company or something along those lines when I get older.
My name is Carly Woodmeyer, and right now I am majoring in business. Honestly, I'm unsure of what my job is going to be when I'm older because I have so many passions in life that it's hard for me to narrow down all those passions to just one of them that I'm going to do for the rest of my life, because to me that seems kind of boring to be doing the same thing over and over. So I'm kind of struggling with what it is I want to tie myself down to, for the rest of my life. So that's kind of the current struggle.
My name is Brianna Heath, and I'm majoring in journalism, and I'm pretty sure that's what I want to stick with throughout my career.
Hey, I'm Jenny Grubzek, and I still don't know what I want to do with my life.
Tobacco stains our yellow teeth and all our fingers, and underneath our fingernails that clasp on sheets as we try desperately to sleep. Hearts are sad and eyes are tired, and all this Red Bull keeps us wide. Gives us wings, it gives us rings around our eyes. We put 3 sugars in our tea, sit to watch daytime TV and laugh at mums who don't know who the father is. And all our girlfriends are long gone, we watch too much internet porn. Who needs love when you've got silicone and strap-ons?
Me that life in general clips your wings, honestly. If you want to be successful, you really have to become generalized on one subject. I mean, I'm great at math, but I'm not necessarily passionate about actuarial science, whereas if you threw me into a mechanical engineering program, I'd be super excited to work on a computer and do physics all day long. But I mean, I'll settle down for financial stability. So I mean, it's kind of just the world is clipping your wings and not allowing you to fly anymore. You have to stay in that one place, so you kind of got to choose. So I mean, in general, colleges, I mean, it's not the greatest experience, but it's not necessarily an awful one either. I mean, it's where you can find a passion and a hobby per se, or in your minor. So if you want to be, maybe you love teaching, but you are really great at math, well, you can be a teacher of some type of math. I mean, it's really just depends on what you want to do and what you value most in your heart. So if you value freedom and liberalness and you want to do what you want to do, then you're going to go out there and do it. If you want to be general and stay specific to one thing and make a lot of money and drive a Range Rover when you're 25 and go to your 5th year college reunion, high school reunion or something, and tell your friends to go eat one and then hop in your Rari and drive off. I mean, it's really just what you're going to do. So I mean, it just depends on what you value, I guess.
It's been years since we carved our names on a clock tower door before everything changed. We were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind.
I view college as a place that molds you more than anything else. It gives you experience. It's kind of like a stepping stone between being in the nest and being away from the nest, where you still have a community of people that are growing with you and you're learning and you're taking steps of being on your own and living on your own and doing things on your own. But I don't necessarily think that it's a necessity of life. I think that it's a great stepping stone. I personally think that I need college as that stepping stone just because I don't think that I could go from living with my parents to living in New York. It's such a vast space, and college is the perfect thing to fill it. I do view college sometimes unnecessary for certain people, but like I said, I think I need it.
Honestly, I'm not really digging college. I think that I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the fact that I'm scared of not having financial security in life. I think that the most important things that you learn in life aren't going to come from being in a classroom. So to me, it's not the most important thing, and there's a lot of other things I could be doing with my time, but it definitely is going to get me somewhere in a sense of, being able to support myself as well as my family.
I view college as kind of a structuralized area. It's kind of more of just like question and answer kind of place. It's not more like real life experience. I mean, there are internships, but I don't think that it's really combobulated well as to like your major and going out and kind of being a part of things. I also think you should be doing that more in high school too so you can experience a lot of things and figure out what you really want to do before you have to waste all this money changing your majors because you're not sure if it is because you've been through classes and you realize you haven't. I think it should be more of a hands-on experience because for me, I'm more of like a kinesthetic learner.
I think in society, education is currently just focused on the grade and how well, if you're getting the right answer or not, rather than focusing on the student's actual ability. They're looking at students based on a score, and I just think it's unjust.
I would say my passion in life would have to be numbers, really, honestly. I've always liked physics. I excelled in classes that were harder than the easier ones. I mean, I always did awful in the easy ones. It's probably because I got bored. So I mean, I always kind of just like numbers. I like knowing things. Teach me. I want to learn. I want to be smarter than everybody else that talks to me.
And my passion. My passion in life is art. I want to do it every day. There's some days when I don't feel like doing it necessarily, but it's always in the back of my mind. Whenever I see something, I'm always like, oh, I could paint that. Oh, I could draw that. Whenever I see things, I see them in an artistic way more than anything else. I think, how did they think to create that? How did that person think in their mind to build it that way? How did that person in their mind think to paint it that way? I like to think of the more in-depth things, and I couldn't imagine going more than a couple of days without drawing something or painting something or even just doodling on a piece of paper. It's always in the back of my mind. It's always what I want to be doing. In college, learning the other things like math and reading and writing are all important, but at the end of the day, all I want to do is draw and do art and think about art and look at art, and I know that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, and that's how I know it's my passion.
Well, last night I couldn't sleep. I got up and started walking down to the end of my street and on into town. Well, I had no one to meet, and I had no taste for talking. Seems I'm talking my whole life. It's time I listen now. Well, I walk past the late night boys with their bottles in their door.
I kind of have a lot of passions in life, but I wouldn't really narrow it down to one thing. I would just say that I generally like living and just experiencing new things, and it really doesn't narrow it down to just one thing. This is my passion. I enjoy a lot of things, and a lot of things bring me happiness, so I don't really need one thing to make me happy and feel like I'm worth something. I just like to live and go with things.
I guess I don't really have just one passion in life. I think life is just kind of, you're introduced to all kinds of different passions, and you realize there's a lot of things to love. But right now, I think that for me, the thing that I'm most driven to do is to write. So I would say that my main passion is writing.
Right now I have not decided, but I'm trying to figure that out. I work really well with kids, so I know I want to eventually end up doing something with kids and just helping people out. that's like my main focus for what I want to do in the future.
Till I find that old love, or that old love comes to find me. Well, I walked into the morning and felt the warm sunlight forming on my shoulders. 'Cause it hit me with no warning, like a summer sky storming in my lungs. Ain't it funny how the kids walk by, they do anything to make themselves look old.